SM Down H says, did Mercedes Moné go to AEW? Not yet. From what I've seen, they're saying that it's like 95% certain that she's going to be there, but I don't know that anyone really knows. And I feel like a signing like her will be kept a little bit more hush hush because she's probably up there with some of the bigger WWE names to jump to AEW. So I think that they'll want to try to keep that quiet. I really would not be surprised if that happens, although it is being said that Trinity, aka Naomi, is supposed to be coming back to WWE too. So I do find that to be an interesting dynamic because they left together nearly 2 years ago. And so it would be really fascinating to me to see Naomi return and Sasha go, or Mercedes go to AEW. To me, I'm like, because I feel like, if I'm going to get into my opinion about the whole walkout situation, I don't blame them at all for walking out. I don't. But at the same time, that was very uncharacteristic of Naomi or Trinity. To me, that felt more like she wanted to walk out but didn't know necessarily about the potential ramifications. And I feel like Mercedes did know, and at that point she didn't really care. And so I feel like Trinity kind of suffered a little bit more in that regard because her name wasn't nearly as big as Sasha Banks, you know, in the wrestling world. And then we've seen like Mercedes debuting in New Japan was like this big deal, but Trinity going to Impact
and becoming their world champion.
Yeah, and it's like she's not talked about as much. So I feel like maybe it's because she was, you know, made in WWE that she feels like a WWE person, and I mean Trinity. So I feel like her going back makes sense, but it's an interesting thing just to kind of like figure out maybe what was the conversation like between her and Mercedes, because if she's like, yeah, I'm going back, and Mercedes is like, I'm not, it's like, because I think that most people assumed if they were ever going to come back, they would be coming back like at the same time.
Yeah, together, because they walked out together.